All praise be to Yahweh, Bashim Shah, Bashim Kakodash, double honors to the apostles over the great millstone church, as well as the elder bishops, and salutations to the rest of the elders in Akim. All right. Also, these same branches. So, getting into this, I want to deal with Ephesians 5 and 16, where it talks about redeeming the time. All right, because that's a critical thing, that's relevant to the times we're in right now. All right, so let's get into this. This is Ephesians 5 and 16. Redeeming the time because the days are evil. Redeeming the time because the days are evil. So what does this mean? Let's get this word redeeming. Okay.
Strong's G 1805. Exagorazo. Exagorazo.
Exagorazo. So it says, by payment of a price to recover from the power of another. All right. And it says to buy up for oneself, for one's use, to make wise and sacred use of every opportunity for doing good. So pretty much you want to buy back time. All right. Now's the time where you want to make it all you want to take all the time for yourself to make every use of the time that you have right now, that you do have, based off due to the times we're in right now, to what? Make sure you get your salvation, man. All right, to be making sense. All right, because it says to make wise and sacred use of every opportunity for doing good. All right, so you're going to use this time. Based off the time you see yourself in, you want to be using this time, the time you get, to be making the most of it. All right. And it should be things that's going to tend to your salvation. As it says again, every opportunity for doing good. So that zeal and well-doing are as it were the purchase money by which we make the time our own. See? So that's heavy. It says to make wise and sacred use of every opportunity for doing good. So that zeal and well-doing are as it were the purchase money by which we make the time our own. So pretty much it's telling you, by you using your zeal, you being hot, and you doing the right deeds, righteous deeds according to the scriptures, it's almost as if you're buying time for yourself. You're making the most of your time. That's like money. All right. You wanna be using zeal and well-doing. Okay. Zeal and well-doing. So with that being said, let's come back to this. Let's go to the book of Romans to get that word zeal. Okay, Romans 10 and 4. Okay. Phone a little slow, excuse me. But anyway, this is Romans 10 and verse 2. Excuse me. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. Okay, so what does the word zeal mean? Reads what?
Strong's G 2205. Zelos. Zelos.
All right, zelos. See? So it says what? Excitement of mind, ardor, fever of spirit. So again, you want to be hot. All right. It says ardor and embracing, pursuing, defending anything, All right. So there you go. So it's the excitement of mind, the ardor, the fervor of spirit. Let's do that too. Let's get this word. Ardor. Ardor. It says in the AI overview refers to two main things: a strong feeling of passion or enthusiasm. Yeah. So being enthusiastic, looking to get to it, get on something like quick. All right. So now, see if we can get a little more on this word. So there's a little more. Yep.
Strong's G 2204. Zeo. Zeo.
So the word zeal goes into zealous or zelos, which goes into zeo, truly, which means just the root word to what? To boil with heat, be hot. All right. So you just on fire, man. All right. Looking at, like you hooping, you looking to shoot every opportunity you get. Everything's on point. You looking to be on point. Like you can't miss. Like he just doing everything right. It's the only thing you see. Okay, so that's how we want to be. So when it says again in Ephesians 5:16, redeeming the time because the days are evil. When you go into that word redeeming, yeah, it says to buy up for oneself, so forth and so on. But it went into what? By zeal, right? By zeal. So that zeal and well-doing are as it were the purchase money by which we make the time our own. See? So pretty much it's like you get off to a fast start to where you up so quick, right? You done got so much done by being hot. You done made a lot of time for yourself to do even more. You see, versus those that ain't getting to anything, they slothful with the time already being sped up, right? Because the days are evil, hence the days are evil, by the time they probably think to try to get to something, they might not even get through that one thing. They're not it ain't gonna be no time left. All right. So when you're hurrying up and getting to stuff, you getting stuff done quick is like finishing your work quick, or you can make the rest of the time, like when you in school, like you finish the test quick or whatever. You got the rest of the time to chill, relax, god dang, move on to something else if you want to. Cause you're making, cause you was zealous, you was hot. All right. And you had well doing. So with those two things, with you moving off those two things, being hot and zeal, going to zeal to be hot, right? And doing the right things, well doing. Like the scriptures say, be not weary. Let's get that. Be not weary and well doing. What you do, what you, again, being hot with well doing, what happens? That becomes like money. You putting those two together. All right. And I'm going to get to my point in just a moment. Second Thessalonians 3:13. So as you go, but ye brethren, be not weary and well doing. See, be not weary and well doing. All right. Because that's what it means to redeem. All right. So I just want to get one more.
G 2569.
Kalapoeo. So that's going into the word well doing. When you go into this word well doing, you get kalapaleo. And that takes you into what meaning? Let's just get it. To do well, act uprightly. See, to act uprightly. All right. and was acting uprightly, following the scriptures, hold to the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay. Yep. So there you go, man. Which is why the scriptures tell us in that 2 Thessalonians 2:13 to be not weary and well doing. Because if you're not being weary and well doing, you don't have obviously you're probably doing it quick and you don't have a problem with it. And at that point, you get the benefit amazing benefit, because once you have those two things, you're quick to do good. You're hot to do good. You're getting straight to it. Everything that's sensible that you're supposed to be doing according to the scriptures. You end up basically buying time for yourself. All right. Properly using the grace period, if you will. Okay. So again, going back into this word redeem in the times, it says to redeem by payment of a price. All right. So you can redeem the time, right? Basically buy time by paying diligence, hot. All right. Well doing. By paying diligence, hence by being hot, quick to apply, eager to apply, enthusiastic to apply everything that's right, to get to do everything you ought to be doing according to scriptures. All right. Whether it be mortifying your members, doing lessons, reading, praying, fasting, taking care of your health, different things like that, man. You get ahead to where now you are obviously making great use of the time, all right? As it says to make wise and sacred use of every opportunity for doing good. All right, so you're making use of the time, but you're actually what? It says to buy up. When you go up to the Roman numeral 2, it says to buy up for oneself, for one's use. You are actually doing what you, if you will want to be doing. Like, you in control of your time, man. You got a lot of time for yourself and you're in control of it. You know? So that's pretty much it. So again, to make you wise and sacred use of every opportunity for doing good, so that zeal and well-doing are as it were the purchase money by which we make the time our own. All right. So now you afford yourself more opportunity. But that's why you want to be doing this. Because it's imperative that you understand this, because the days are evil. Redeeming the time because the days are evil. All right. So let's break that down real quick. So when you go into this word days, we already know what evil means. Let's get this word days. Okay.
Strong's G 2250. Hemera.
Yeah, Hemera. All right. And it says what? We'll jump to the point 2. Metaphor, the day. It says the day is regarded as the time. Metaphor, quote unquote, the day, quote unquote, is regarded as the time for abstaining from indulgence, vice, crime, because acts of the sort are perpetuated at night and in darkness. So pretty much redeeming the time before making the most out of every time, to where you every opportunity you got. All right. Because the days are evil. It's because going into this word, the day, with the day already being a particular time where you can't do certain things. You ain't got no business doing certain things, such as vice, crime, indulgence. Not saying you should do them anytime, but the point that what it's trying to get across to us is that usually goes on at night by those that will do it. But with us understanding that we already not in time to be doing that. Because it's day, we damn sure want to be making the most out of our time, because the days themselves are evil. All right. If you in a day, you ain't got no business doing evil things. You don't got no business doing things such as vice, crime, and indulgence, because you're in the day. So it's getting that across to us. Now, with knowing, because of that, there's no room for things like that. It's pushing. You don't got no room for that. This, you're not supposed to be doing this. You're in the day. Hence, you're as the children of the day. You dang sure don't got room if the days itself that are, which is a time frame where it doesn't even allow indulgence, crimes, and so forth, are evil in themselves. It's crazy. So that's how you wanna understand that. Like, is you got basically small opportunity to make error. All right, so you really want to be making the most of your time. You don't really got too much. You don't got too much you could do. That's why it says in 1 Thessalonians 5:1, and I'm gonna get one more. It says, "But of the times and the season, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you." All right. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. So quick, unexpected. All right. It says, "When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." Because they didn't see it coming. They wasn't prepared. They wasn't prepared. They didn't have the things in order that they need to have gotten in order, that they probably knew they had to get in order and was making plans to, but just never got to it because they wasn't redeeming the time. They wasn't making the most of their opportunities. They was too busy not understanding. They wasn't even afforded time, to or place or space to even be in anything, that the times that they in aren't allowed, don't allow. All right. The season that they're in don't allow. And that's what indulgence, different crime. You don't got time to be doing that. You don't got time when you need to be getting your stuff together, to be getting caught up in crimes, to be indulging in stuff. Because that take time to get out of that. That take time to get into that, to do that. You already out of place. Like, it's clear as day that you should be doing that. We are in the times. It's day. We are in the times where it shows you that. Well, that's able to be seen like that is day. Okay. So how much more? And that stuff go on at night. So how much more if the days itself that already doesn't allow one that shows people you can't do these certain things are evil itself themselves. Come on, man. So it's again, but ye brethren are not in darkness that the day shall overtake you as a thief. Ye are all children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. So there you go, man. We're the children of the day. All right. And the day shows what can't be done. That's why we're, automatically, we are children of the day. So you ain't gonna see us with certain works. All right. That's of the night. We are not of the night nor of darkness. All right. It says, therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep in the night. So we don't move how everybody move. Like, people are reversed. Like, it's broad day, and hence it's clear that you can't be doing certain things. And they got works of because it's day. The truth here, the sun out, the doctrine is out, the prophecy's going forth. And here it is. They acting like it's night, or the prophecy's not here. The prophecy's not going forth. The word isn't out. It isn't broad daylight. So all these things are able to be exposed clearly for being off and that they shouldn't be going on. All right, but you got people moving like that. For they that sleep in the night. Right? And so again, this ain't the time to be asleep because it's not the night. We're in the day. And the days are evil. So usually if you wouldn't sleep in the day, because sleep usually takes a place at night, you ain't got no business to be sleeping. It's not talking about physically, it's talking about spiritually. Okay? You ain't in the time to be asleep. It's broad daylight. What is you doing? Get up, get to it. You're supposed to be getting the things. All right? Knowing what's going on, you're supposed to be alert. You ain't got time to not be alerted and not know what's going on. So you need to be getting alerted and you need to be knowing what's going on, to where you are alerted, man. All your senses woke. It says, and they that be drunken are drunk in the night. All right? You ain't got time to be intoxicated and in excess and all of that right now. You got time. You have to be making use of every opportunity you have. See? Because it's broad, the time show you. Again, they that be drunken are drunken in the night. It's not the night. It's the day. We're in the day. Okay? But it says, but let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet, the hope of salvation. All right? For God, the Heavenly Father, hath not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach. So that's why you want to be making every, but not if you're not making, you won't get that, if you're not making use of the time you in now to ensure you get that. Okay, to say the least. So I'm gonna get one quick side scripture. So if Yahushua gonna be here quick, you wanna be getting into the things you need to get into and getting off the things, getting away from the things you need to be getting away from, people, so forth and so on. That way you be found of him and in peace without blame. 2 Peter 3:14, wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent till you be hot. I redeem. Okay. It says that ye may be found, be zealous, have that zeal. All right. Zeo, be hot. It says that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. And you're already in a world to where, it's created times where it's jams. You're going to have to deal with jams, and it's a lot of madness going on. Okay. So redeeming the time, Ephesians 5:16, because the days are evil. So I'm going to end it here. Ephesians, Sirach 4:20. Observe the opportunity and beware of evil, and be not ashamed when it concerneth thy soul. So hurry up and get to the things you ought to get to. That way you ahead, man. All right. Make use of the time now for sensible things, for sacred purposes. All right. Again, I'm going to end it here in the GNT. Same verse. Take advantage of opportunities, but guard yourself against evil. Don't underrate yourself. All praise be to Yahweh Shem. Shout out to next time. Shalom.